Alrighty then, we have another knife review. Oh my God, I thought I was going to do this review and then I just screwed it all asswise up and I thought, nah, I'm starting over. Take two. Okay. A big truck pulled up and a couple of big burly guys, I was going to say two big Polish men, pulled this off the Tommy lift gate. I mean, is this, what's a pocket knife? You know, a pocket knife. A pocket knife box like this. What the hell is this? Somebody put a refrigerator on my front porch. Okay, so let's go down the road. I know it's not that funny. I'm not that funny. Okay, there's the model number. Let's open this thing up. It's huge. Is that a book? Is there a book in there? I mean, God bless America. I love the fact that, you get some presentation here. But this is Proelia, okay? So this is a knife that I didn't know squat about until about a month ago when I got a flyer from a knife thing company or something. And they had these listed, and I looked at the design, and I go, oh, that's a nice design. I like it. I thought, oh, and my buddy in the Netherlands, I checked out his channel, and I can't remember his name now. Okay, so he did a review on this. Actually, he asked me to look at his videos and give him any constructive criticism, which is like, he's been doing this for a year. I've been doing this for 4 months. It's like, what am I going to teach you? I mean, he does a great job editing and all this stuff. And it's like, I need to learn from you. It's just like, I don't get that. In any case, it's a knife. And it's a good one. Wow. Check that out. Okay, here's the model number. Right? Texas 010. It's not the 02, it's the one. Okay, it's this one up here on top. D2. Oh, yeah. See, they say 8 ounces, 227 grams. That's a filthy lie. You wouldn't think that would be a lie. It's on the damn warranty card. Well, I'll guarantee you it ain't no 8 ounces or 227 grams. D2 tool steel, 3D machine G10, 4-inch blade, which is 10 centimeters. Okay, 5-inch handle, which is 12.75 centimeters. Overall length, 8.5 inches, which is 22 centimeters, right? Okay, so, it's a stonewash blade. It looks like it's a modified Tonto, right? It's got this nice fuller here, swedge up here, pretty symmetrical blade grind, and these ginormous thumb studs, which are not blade stops, obviously, because there's the stop pin. You got these full stainless liners, G10, jimping. I can't stop saying jimping. Okay, so you got this flipper tab, and someone cut the top off of it. Why, yada. It looks like it lost the fin. But it's okay. It works. I mean, you got KVT bearing, flipper, no washers, bearings, right? And a nice stylized pivot, right? And what would that be for? Well, it could be for this. Oh, or check this out. This is so cool. They give you the left-handed, because, it's curve, right? I mean, you got a curvy curve. So you can't swap this one, right? It wouldn't be right. It'd go the other way. So you got to have you another. And right there's your another. And there's more screws than you'll ever need for that son of a gun. There's 9 of them in there. So it takes 3 for the pocket clip. Oh, plus 3 down this side, that's 6. Plus 3 down this side, that's 9. Shit, I ain't that dumb. I went through 8th grade 3 times, so you ain't putting one over on me. Okay, so look at that. Lockup's pretty early, actually. And that may be a good thing. That may be a scary thing. I don't know. It's up for you to decide. It's like 20% at best, right? So let's check. Lock rock, none. Blade plate, none. Right? So that's good. How's the centering, Jack? it's hard to see through the camera, isn't it? You know, and there's a lot of blade between them slabs. There ain't a whole lot of daylight on either side, so it can't be too far off. It looks pretty well centered. I mean, you look to the end right there. It's pretty well centered. Okay, so you got stainless. All this stuff's stainless. And that's steel too, believe it or not. It's D2, hardened steel. Oh, did I give you a good look at this? Yeah, man, they're all talking about it and everything, right? Air hardening tool steel. Oh, they get the blade from Taiwan. They get the handle from the evil China, the regular China, and they put them together. They assemble them in the United States. What an idea, right? What an idea. That's great. And, oh yeah, if you check that out, kind of look in there, kind of, sort of, kind of. Can you see they're skeletonizing the handles. I thought I could get you a better look at that. See, back in there, yeah, kind of skeletonized in there, skeletonized up there, on top. So, thank God, because they're saying it's 8 ounces, which is half a pound, right? In anybody's book, right? Okay, but no, this is not enough. We have more. You know, it's like Popeil pocket fisherman. Okay, so it just keeps coming at you, folks. Look at this. Okay, see, I mean, you get the tool. So this one here fits in there, right? And this one here fits in there. If I can do it through the camera lens, I'm brilliant. Yeah, I can. Okay, so I ain't that stupid. Shut up. No comments from the peanut gallery. G10. I mean, this is there's no real sharp edges. The jimping and this texturing here is good. It's what it should be, in my book, at least. This is not overly aggressive, won't tear your thumb up, but it's substantial enough. And so is this thumb ramp here, okay? The blade design is nice. I like it. There's a lot of meat on this tip for stabbing. I mean, you know, if you're surrounded by wild pigs in Texas, by God, you're coming out of that one all right. And this is really nice D2 steel. And I guess, you know, you can have good D2, bad D2, depends on how it's tempered or whatever, but I think this one is all right. And yeah, I mean, that baby, just the weight of the knife, wow. I mean, that's some sweet stuff. Oh, did we ever look at the other side? Well, it's just this. It's just there. Okay. Nothing fancy, not over-labeled. It's kind of a big name, but I mean, they're not throwing a whole bunch of garbage on there with other things. So that's not bad, right? You don't need, of course, a hardened interface because, yeah, it's steel to begin with. And you got your little detent ball in there, which you can't see, but you just need to believe me, it's there. And speaking of detent, folks, you see it flop back like that, so you know you're hitting it. Okay, speaking of detent, let me, how do I say this to you? It's, there's a lanyard hole, it's good. You can shake this, okay? You can shake this out like that. So you can gravity flip it. So it's not like impossible, okay? It's not impossible. They say 4-inch blade. So it's kind of this moderate, kind of in-between detent, not too tough, not too hard, but not too loose to where you can fail on the flip. You can. If you're just really not committed to it, you know, you can fail it. But if you just, you make sure you know, you do what you're doing, you know? I mean, you do it intentional, you'll do that. You'll be fine. This knife, when I got it out of the box, the only thing I changed about it was that when I flipped it and I went to drop it back into the handle, it would just go plop right in the handle. I mean, there was no shake down here, okay? So I took its own tool and I tightened this pivot just a little bit, and now it's like, so, you know, you can kind of adjust it to your liking. This one's just right. I like it just like this. It kind of settles into the handle, you know, but it doesn't just slam into it. So, but it doesn't affect how well it flips. You haven't tightened it so tight that you've crushed the bearings and it won't flip at all, okay? So it's a little happy medium for me. I'm good. If you like it falling into the handle, that's fine, you know. It still was no blade play even before I tightened that. I mean, it was just a skosh, okay? Okay, so this company started in 2013, and the founder is a guy named Sam Sung, not Samsung, you know, the electronics company or whatever. Sam, and then his last name is S-U-N-G. So, and he did 13 years prior to coming with, oh God, what's the name of the company again? Yeah, I was going to tell you, and then I forgot. Well, hold on. Let me do this first. Okay, here's the knife on Knife Center, $149.95. Okay, so $150, supposed to be $190. Blah blah blah. There's the model number, all that crap. Go down here, flip, and you know, pause and read here if you want. A stonewashed auto folder. They're equating them to a degree with Kaiser, that kind of thing. And you know, I guess I get that. The manufacturer, okay, we buy the handle in China, the blade in Taiwan, assemble in the USA. See, I didn't just know that off the top of my head. I done read it. I read it up and then I just spit it back to you like a cheat that I am. Okay, features, and oh, here's the rest of that. Blade material, thickness, 8.5 overall, right? 7.4 ounce. But yeah, but they said it was 8 ounce, right? They said it's a 4-inch blade. And that's just a low-life lie. Let's measure it. I don't think the tape measures off. It's Stanley. That ain't 4 inches. That's 4 inches to the front of the pivot. In my book, that looks like 3 1/4 to me. Now, maybe it's the other blade style. Okay, but this is 8.5 overall. Okay. And it's black on black like that. Okay, so 8.5 overall. But here's the deal. This will kind of give you an idea. It's almost 12 millimeters wide, this handle. Okay, I'm sorry, I got to get it out in front of you. But it's, my God, it's like 7/10 of an inch wide. It's almost 3/4 of an inch fat. I mean, that's a bunch, folks. That's a bunch. Hold on. Let's figure out the blade thickness too. So 0.16, 0.157 something, and about 4 millimeters. So the blade stock is good and heavy, and this handle is fat. And you know what? If you got big hands, this is a handful. And you know what? Really, that's, I think, ergonomically wise, you don't want some little thin handle here. If you're really going to have a working knife, I mean a tough, hard-to-use knife, and I think this knife is on the job for that, then this makes it great, because this will fill your hand up to where you can get a hold of something. You need to get a hold of something, and this sculptural element here gives you something to grip onto too, okay? And it's good and sharp, and you got a lot of meat for piercing up here, right? And yet you can slice too. This compound grind is, in my estimation, not necessarily helpful for the function, for a multifunctional type of blade design, but it is what it is, right? And the fullers and stuff. But yeah, it feels good in the hand. It really flips well. KVT bearings, and not washers like Kaiser's. Really nice. I prefer it actually to the Kaiser's, and it runs about the same price, right? Around $200. plus or minus. Depends on the Kaiser. Sometimes you get a Kaiser that's, you know, full tie and frame lock and all that. They get over that. But you know, 140. And you can pick these up on eBay for around 110. Delivered, I think, with ship. I think that includes shipping. As low as like 108, 110, something like that. I got mine for less than that. So, but in any case, so I just happened onto it. Wonderful. So you got right, left hand. You burned out yet? Right and left hand pocket clip. Fat handle. I had a guy the other day said, you know, on that green thorn dark 5 with the G10 scales, you never weighed that. And I'm going, dude, 13 minutes and 14 seconds in, I had it on the scale. Because I thought, there's no way I didn't weigh it. But I could have forgot. 7.3 ounces, which is 207 grams. What did they say this thing was? 7.4 ounces. Okay. Well, there you go. 7.3 in my book. But we're really close. Close enough for government work. But man, I'll tell you what. That is a knife. There's a knife right there. 3 3/4 inch blade, 8.5 overall, big fat handle, sculpted G10 scales, and it flips really well. I mean, check this out, right? Okay, try this. Push button. It makes it. The detent is between tough and easy. So it's not getting a lot of stored up energy before it releases, but it's enough. It's enough. You don't need to give it any wrist assist. Okay, there's push button. Now light switch, no problem. Bang, that's hard. Hear that? Yeah. So yeah, it gets in there, and you know, it's good enough to be safe. You know, it depends on how you like it. A lot of people really like early lockup. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't want it like late, like it's point and clear over there, like 90%, you know, but yeah, 30-35% ain't bad. Just saying. But you know what? That flips really well. So it opens great, closes great, very sharp, fuller, stonewash. So this is really set up to be a hard use knife, right? Because you got the stonewash, doesn't scratch up real easy. You got nice, big, thick G10 with tough sculpted texturing on it, so you can get a hold of it. G10 backspacer, a lot of traction here, okay? You know, it's a heavy knife, but if you don't want to put it in your pocket, well, hell yeah. Use the sheath, right? And you can do that. And Velcro. See? I mean, what the heck? And on the back, check that out. So you got this snap, right? So you can undo that if you want. I'm not going to. I'm keeping it like brand new because I'm going to sell me this off. I got to get my money back. I got some 1111 knives to buy on AliExpress. Oh my God. Oh, that'll just be in a few hours, so this ain't going to help me. But in any case, this is going to go to a brand new home. But I like it. I really do. It feels good in the hand. You got the right left hand tip up. Carry options, that's good. Liner lock, that's good. So you can flip it open under pressure. You know, your grip on the scale on this side is not going to hinder the knife from opening. It flips open like a dream. And it really did good right out of the box. The more I flip it, and any knife, like you get it brand new, it's the stiffest it's ever going to be. And this is now really kind of loosened up. Even though I tightened it up a little bit, it's really, really easy to flip. And it doesn't just fall back into the handle, but you know, it's good. It's the way I like it. So what do you think? I mean, make your comments, see what you think. I mean, you get a nice warranty card in this package. I haven't even taken that out. And then you get this thing on top and nice big magnetic, you know, dollops under here, you know, to on both sides there. You get what I'm saying, right? And, I mean, you get the outer box, right? It all goes into the inner box, which is a really nice presentation box, and a tough use knife. You know, you get a lot of stuff, and a really good knife. So, hey, what do you think? I think they've really done a good job here. This here's the Chinese knife I could like. I'm just a saying. Here'd be good for a good old boy out in the woods just like that, right there. Go hunting, fishing, front ways, back ways, any way that's your way. It'll work. And that's a lot of meat on that blade. That's a lot of thickness there. So you can get aggressive with it. Don't use it as a pry bar, please, because they make these things called pry bars. So don't use this as one. It's like, I see people torturing these knives. It's like, you know, you could just go down to the hardware store and get you a hatchet. No, I'm going to beat this knife through a 5-inch branch. It's like, wow, that's a lot of work. You could just get a hatchet, I swear to God. Or an axe even. Whatever. I know I make fun of the guys that torture them. I know some people love to watch people go out and just, you know, make sure this thing will really hold an edge. You know, let's put it through a torture test. Go ahead. Let's use your knife to do that with. You ain't using mine. I'm just going to admire this one. No, I mean, I use my knives, but I don't chop wood with my knives in any case. So, just saying, I did have to cut some rope today. And I didn't do it with this one. Actually, I used my, Sanren Mu, right? 7046. Can we say it together? Shit, sorry, but I just, you know, I love that little box cutter. All right, folks, I'll leave it to where I'm going to leave it to. And I think you've done had enough of me for a while anyhow. But, you know, hey, that there is a kit, is it not? I shit you not, and I'd never shit my favorite turd, right? There you go. I think we need to have one of them. And, if you do a little research on these, check out the different G10. They blue with black streaks too. I mean, the red with black streaks. They make all different colors. This was the only one that was in stock, but it was on sale. So I got it. I mean, I checked later, and they're out of stock now. And it's like, I must have got the only one they had. But, I mean, it was really cheap. And I'll do black. Not a problem. Not a problem. At that price, I'll do black. So, I mean, and it really lends itself well. Don't you think? I think it does. I mean, I'm kind of, this black is not bad at all. And it fit and finish is great. Fit and finish is great. I like it better than the Kaiser knives that I've reviewed so far. Because I love bearings, and it flips great. I mean, it's a wild dog, and I like the D too. I mean, I guess those had S35VN, so hey, yeah. But decorative pivots, make sense type, and they give you the tool, they give you the pouch, they give you the extra clip. I mean, and they give you a beautiful presentation box and warranty cards. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, that's really good. And if you can get it for just a little over $100, that's pretty reasonable. It's pretty reasonable. Okay, I gotta go. My lights are dimming. I gotta recharge them. I appreciate your time. This is LTK. We're gone.